Howdy folks, Jay Boone down here at Emerald City Guitars in Seattle for my pick of the day. And we're heading down to the Dallas Guitar Show later on today, and we're really excited about that. But before we left, I wanted to do a pick on this really cool Gibson conversion here. So this guitar started its life out as a 1952 Goldtop, and it has been converted to a 57. Got this from my good buddy Joe Reggio, who's an amazing luthier. I love getting guitars from Joe because they're always awesome. So this guitar here, like I said, started out as a 52. So it would have had the trapeze tailpiece on it there. And a lot of guys will take the 52s and 53s from that era that have that ungodly trapeze tailpiece and convert them to something like this. And so the 57 Goldtop is the first year that they came out with PAFs in them. And we've had plenty of original 57, 58 Goldtops, and most of them are just amazing guitars. This one is about as close as you can get to the real deal. All the parts on this guitar are either from the original 52 or are 57 parts, or correct era, very close to that. The pickups themselves are 57 PAFs. Pots are 57, as is the wiring harness, so all that's there. The bridge and stop tailpiece here are proper era 50s pieces. Switch, original. Pick guard is the original pick guard on the 52 Goldtop that has been just cut out and converted to accommodate those original PAFs. You can flip it over here and you can see it has the single line Clouson tuners there, all proper. This guitar has been refretted by a local guy named Jeff Hope, and Jeff does amazing work, and he's the guy that Joe farms things off to because Joe's a pretty busy guy. It turned out great, and a lot of guys you see when they refret these guitars will compromise the inlays on these, but Jeff did a great job and kept these really nice and intact and that really beautiful aged look. This has a really dark Brazilian rosewood fretboard. It almost looks like ebony. Just a fantastic board on this guitar. Original nylon nut there. Your back control covers are from the original 52. You can see here where there was a strap button at one time that was removed and kind of filled in there. This guitar just up and down is just a beautiful piece. A vintage Les Paul conversion that is by far one of the best I've seen. Very lightweight Les Paul. Never been broken, just super well done. I'm really excited about this guitar. I just got it today. In fact, Joe delivered it to me about an hour ago. Wanted to get it before we left for the show, and he delivered the goods to me. Just fantastic. One thing I wanted to note as well is this original Brown lift-in case. This is a really great, proper era case for this guitar, and it's in fantastic condition. Not easy to find in that kind of condition, but this is the case you want for this beautiful conversion we have here. We're gonna run this thing today to this really cool amp that this guy out in Idaho builds, and they're called Cutthroat Audio. This is called the Down Brownie, and it's basically his version of a Brown Deluxe. One side, you can see where it says Brown is your Brown Deluxe sound, and then over here you see the bridge where he's simulated like an 18-watt Marshall. Really a cool amp. It's got a 12-inch speaker, a Weber Alnico, of course the twin 6v6s. It's got a GC34 rectifier tube with a switch on the back to go from solid state rack to the tube rack. Fantastic tremolo in this amp. It's really well done. This is an amp we just got in about a week ago, and I think we're going to be doing his amps. On the British side, basically you have a volume and a tone control. On the Brown side, you have the same volume, tone, and then of course your speed and intensity for the tremolo. On the volume knob on the British side, it's a push-pull pot. So you can basically jump these two channels, like when you take an old Marshall or Fender amp and bridge the channels together. That does it right there. Then it's got a pull for warm tone, just if you want to warm things up, say if you're playing a really bright telly and you want to kind of warm it up a little bit. On the back of this amp, you have a master volume, so you can get as much gain as you want at a low volume with this amp. It's just really a great amp. We have a lot of details on this amp, and it's going to be on our website. You can get all the lowdown on it, but I just wanted to jumping in here and play this Goldtop through it today because it's a fantastic sounding amp. These two together sound really good. So there you have it, folks, my pick of the day. A beautiful 52/57 Les Paul conversion running through the Cutthroat Audio down Brownie amp. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.